Good morning and welcome to Matty Highland Smitty McQueen Sports Talk Show. We are live here with Brandon Smith and Matt Hastings here. We've got a good lineup today of hot topics in sports. First off, Football Friday. It's Friday. Are we glad it's Friday?
Yeah,
we got
it's
the
Friday. Yeah, you know it's Friday.
Yeah. We'll start talking about the NFL with the Thursday night football matchup last night. Boy, I did not think that the Falcons would beat the Bucs. Like, the score is actually closer than what it should have been.
Yeah, I think so too. The first half, what a great game. You're thinking, we're going to get a good Thursday night game, and it just, boom.
Falcons took over. Matt Ryan,
Jones.
Wow.
And the Bucs did. Jameis Winston did go down late in the game. I haven't really seen much this morning on the news, so I think he's okay. I kind of flipped it. I tweeted out, I'm over this game. I'm going to flip over to the Warriors, Thunder, watch this. Getting ready for today also. I was getting ready and watching the Buffaloes game and UCLA. But, Falcons just dominated.
Yes.
Matt Ryan,
he's helping his cause for MVP.
25 of 34 passing for 344 yards, 4 touchdowns. That is MVP numbers. Everyone's, we have said all along this week, Matt Ryan is probably the top candidate right now for MVP. And I think he's very deserving of it.
Yes.
Did you see Mike Evans' catch?
No, I never got a chance, but I heard it was a beauty. It was almost like Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, and it pretty much was Odell Beckham's, but Mike Evans got lit up. He caught that thing and just gets drilled. They just drill him. Fantastic catch. I don't know if it's right up there, like as good as Odell Beckham's. But it is right underneath if not.
Now we use Odell Beckham Jr.'s catch as a standard for great catches of all time.
Yeah. Definitely. Hopefully Thursday night games get better. Next week we get to see the Browns on live national TV. We'll talk more about the Browns here later on, but yes, next week's probably not going to be, very much watched. Yeah, a lot like this, It's sad. Thursday night games are. We talked yesterday. They have not lived up to being good games. Why don't we go ahead and hey, NFL's this weekend. Why don't we just stay on that grind? Weekly picks. We picked out 6 of the top matchups we thought this week, or 4 of the top, and then our favorites. Obviously, we're gonna start out first. Chiefs at the Jaguars at the Chiefs. Excuse me. Chiefs 7.5 point favorites. What do you think here?
I think they will cover that, even with Nick Foles as the quarterback at the helm. Alex Smith is fine. He passed concussion protocol. We're just having him rest a little bit. No sense in getting him hurt. Nick Foles, with what he did last week after coming in against the Colts, Tyreek Hill all day. I'm going to say that. Just throw to Tyreek Hill. If you throw to him this year, he has a number 1 passer rating, a receiving rating to wide receivers, even more than Julio Jones.
Yeah.
And I think it's Brandon Cooks is 3rd. It's incredible. He's a rookie. He played at 3 different colleges. He had a troubled thing, but that's over. Chiefs. I'm gonna say. They're my favorite team. Everybody knows that. I had my Chiefs jersey on the other day. I've got the Chiefs against this Jaguars team. Blake Bortles he's still not comfortable. He has some weapons now with Allen Robinson, Allen Hurns, and Julius Thomas, but people keep getting hurt. This defense is young.
This team hasn't lived up to their hype yet.
No.
And it's been a disappointing season for the Jags. However, they will have a new offensive coordinator. We'll see how that goes as, they fire the one they had before. What's your take? Chiefs win?
I say Chiefs win 24-14. It'll be Chiefs will have a little bit to get over in the first half just because they haven't been fast-paced moving a team, getting ahead early. they will come firing on all cylinders in the second half and shut them out.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Chiefs win. I'm gonna write this down too. 27-13. I think they'll win that. But yeah, I mean, it's in Arrowhead. Arrowhead's a tough place to play. I think Chiefs got this, even though they are banged up right now. I think they will, and we will go through injuries. I guess we could bring up the injuries for the Chiefs real quick. Julius Thomas for the Jaguars, he fully practiced yesterday. Spencer Ware did not practice, but he is going to be out.
He's going to be out. He had a concussion, unlike Alex Smith. We will have backup running backs, newly signed Bishop Sankey and Charkandrick West will be probably most likely be starting.
Yeah, even though he's not 100%.
Yeah, we got DJ and Holly were limited, but Holly's always limited in practice. And then Alex Smith was limited because he's on the scout team for this week. So, and they've already said he's going to be inactive, so we can use that roster spot for active roster for a game.
So that's the key injuries, kind of. I mean, obviously there's more, but the key players to this week, that is them. As of yesterday, now we haven't seen the practice sheets for today, but we pretty much know who's playing, who's not.
Let's move on to the second matchup here. We got your Cowboys in Cleveland, and the Cowboys are a favorite by a touchdown.
Yeah, this game scares me because all week I've been bashing on the Browns. I think Cowboys do cover. I think they will win. I can just see it though right now. With all the hurt I've been putting on the Browns, they would pull some miraculous upset. I could see that. I really could. And if they do, I'm not going to hear the end of it, people. I know for a fact I will be hearing it from everyone. But I think I got the Cowboys, and we are banged up. Looking at the injury report, Morris Claiborne, Barry Church, they're both going to be out for a few weeks. Especially Morris Claiborne, that's a huge loss. He's been playing really good. For the Browns, Pryor and Joe Hayden, they were both limited yesterday. Here's the cool thing. Corey Coleman, that dude scares me. You get him and Pryor out there, Corey Coleman is back. He fully practiced yesterday. So, yes, that is going to be scary, especially without Morris Claiborne.
Yes.
But the Browns quarterback situation all year, we've seen it. So
don't make me laugh.
Yeah. This game scares me though, man. It scares me. I'm gonna say Cowboys 35-17 winners.
35.
Wow. I really am. Yep.
I will agree with you on the front that the Cowboys will get the victory. I don't think they will get a scare from the Browns. The Browns are just too far down in the dumps. Yep. I hate saying that about any team, but when you're 0-8 halfway through an NFL season,
you want that number one pick now.
You almost think you do. You're right. So I'm going to say Cowboys win 28-3. They'll get down the field, but they might turn it over, or they might just kick a field goal. I'm calling it 28-3 Cowboys. Our next matchup, it's same division with the Cowboys.
Yep.
We got division rivalry here. The Eagles at the Giants, and the Giants are a 2.5-point favorite. What's your take?
I think Eagles are a great young upcoming team. I mean, both teams are dealing with a new head coach. So it's going to be very interesting. The Eagles had a tough loss last week, up 10 in the fourth quarter.
Very, very
tough.
tough.
Yes. And then you just let Dak and Zeke just go off, and then all of a sudden the veteran Jason Witten, he's in the end zone wide open, game over.
Yes.
I think Eagles get back on. A winning track.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a close game. I think the Eagles will win 24-21, and they will cover. They will cover.
Spread. I do not disagree with you. Yes, the Giants have Odell. Yes, the Giants have Eli Manning. And Eli Manning has been good against division rivals. He's been decent. He got 2 Super Bowl victories under his belt. But
thanks to their wide receivers, though, sometimes.
The Eagles have Carson Wentz. They've lost, 3 in a row now?
Yeah.
It's been some tough opponents.
Yep.
But I believe with former Chiefs offensive coordinator Doug Peterson at the helm.
Yeah.
His offense is ridiculous.
He's
If
a
they
great
do the
coach.
right things and they limit turnovers, that West Coast offense, it'll click. And I have the Eagles winning 24-20 because the Giants won't score. They won't score touchdowns as much. They will get
2 field goals.
2 field goals.
Fair enough. Our injury report on that, we didn't really cover. Odell Beckham was limited in practice for the Giants, but he's fully expected to play.
It's Odell.
Yeah. They need him out
Yes.
there. He'll be out there.
Yes.
The next matchup, this is another rival. It is the Steelers at the Ravens. Even is the line as of last night. I'm sure it's going to change, maybe, because you look at the injury report. Big Ben, is he going to play? Is he not? He was limited yesterday.
Limited, but it's improving.
It is.
It's improving from the knee injury that he suffered a few weeks ago.
Antonio Brown fully practiced, so that's good. And then
on the other side of the ball, we got Steve Smith, who was limited, and Terrell Suggs was a full practice participant. And Terrell Suggs, even without Ray Lewis, is still.
He's playing with a torn bicep.
Oh my goodness,
that has to hurt.
Yes, he's just so tough, and he's got that grit that he's still got the Ravens background from 2001. Like
he is the Ray Lewis.
Yeah, he's the Ray Lewis of this team. He's he's the catalyst for this defense. And even if Big Ben plays, which will be the 5th game ever for Big Ben, Antonio Brown, and Le'Veon Bell to play together all in the same game, you never know what could happen.
Yeah.
The Ravens defense is the matchup. Like Steelers offense, Ravens defense is the matchup to watch.
I've got if Big Ben plays and
that's a big if.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm gonna make. If Big Ben plays, I think Steelers win 28-17.
Okay.
If Big Ben does not play, I think Ravens win 24-13.
Wow, okay. You could go with both.
Yeah, do both depending on the injury. What's yours if Big Ben plays?
If Big Ben plays, with them 3 together, they are really unstoppable.
They're dangerous.
They were dangerous against the Chiefs this year. After watching that game, I would say the Steelers would win 31-17. It'll be close in the first half, but the Ravens will get worn down.
If he doesn't,
defense, with that offense, the caliber of the offense.
Yep. If he doesn't play, do the Steelers still win, or do you have the Ravens?
I give them the edge still.
You do? Okay.
It will be closer. It'll be 17-14.
17-14.
Yes, because the Ravens might get a different way of scoring, but they won't score as much. And of course, with Landry Jones at the helm, he's still not as experienced or as deep as Ben Roethlisberger. I still have the Steelers winning.
We'll move on to our 5th pick. And by the way, you guys shoot us on the comments today your picks of NFL. You know, we like to see those, or tweet us to them. We'll kind of do, maybe next week we'll get someone in here and we'll do like guess against us, you know, something like that. We'll see how it goes. Sunday Night Football, I think this is the biggest matchup of the week, and I think it is going to be, it's up in the air. I think either team could win. Broncos at the Raiders. Raiders are favored by 1 point. And this one, I have no idea, Matt. What do you have?
Coming from an AFC West perspective, because I'm a Chiefs fan, I honestly don't like either team, just coming from that background. But they are both 6-2. The Raiders somehow have that record with 23 penalties last week. 23 accepted penalties. They break the record for most penalties in the game.
They broke the record. And won.
And they still defeated the
Buccaneers
in Tampa Bay. This game is in the black hole. Trevor Simeon's going to have some trouble. I'm calling even though the Broncos defense is stellar, they're good, they're great, but I still think the Raiders with that offense will pull it out. It'll be a close one. 20-17, low scoring.
Well, and I forgot to mention this before we started this. Injuries for this game. Chris Harris Jr., Talib, and War all were not practicing yesterday. Sean Smith, Amari Cooper for the Raiders, both were limited. Talib, I have seen where he is getting a second opinion. I believe it's on his back. So who knows what that's going to be like, if Talib plays or not.
Yeah.
If they don't have those three guys, I think Raiders
Yes.
obviously win that. I think it might be even. Yes, you got Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware. DeMarcus Ware's back, which is huge, I think, for the Broncos.
Yes.
I
still don't see them.
Yeah.
Derek Carr, the young gun he has,
and Amari Cooper.
the weapons, Crabtree, Cooper,
Crabtree's had a great
Michael
year,
Rivera. He's got Latavius Murray in the backfield.
I'm going to take the Broncos
Okay.
just because Super Bowl champs still, AFC West champs. I know a lot of people are going to hate me for this probably, but, you know.
I will hate him for this.
I think this is, I think either team, I'm surprised this spread's not even.
Yeah.
I really am. I think the Broncos get it done, 24-17, a late touchdown, Simeon to Emmanuel Sanders, and that's the deciding factor.
Well, we're done. We just picked the Sunday night game. Now let's move on to the Monday night primetime game. The Bills at the Seahawks. It's primetime, so we will always do primetime picks. Seahawks, a 7-point favorite. I can't say much about this. We got the injury report with McCoy didn't practice.
Yeah.
Robert Woods, Charles Clay were both limited. For the Seahawks, Cam Chancellor did not practice. Wilson and Graham were full practice participants, which is good.
Yeah.
I still say unanimous vote, really. The Bills are struggling.
They are, yeah.
Seahawks,
if they don't have LaShawn McCoy, Shady McCoy, I don't see any way they can do this.
Up in the 12th man.
Yeah, 12th man. Seattle's one of the front runners.
They're still very good. They still have a very good record in the NFC.
The Cowboys did pass them for favorite in Vegas to win the NFC East and represent the NFC East, NFC. Excuse me, NFC in the Super Bowl. Cowboys did pass them in Vegas. I'm not sold on that yet, and I'm a Cowboys fan. Seahawks are just
still dangerous.
They are very dangerous.
Yes. I am picking the Seahawks to win this.
Yeah,
probably 28-10.
Yeah.
Without
I
Shady
can
McCoy, even with a banged up Shady McCoy.
Yeah.
Yes, he didn't practice. Hopefully, I don't want to see people hurt. Hopefully, he can practice today.
Yeah.
But I just don't see them go for
Gillespie, I don't think Gillespie, and I think he even got banged up a little last week. So, yeah, I'm with you. I think I'm gonna take Seahawks. We're gonna go 28-10. 28. You have the same thing. So yeah, I mean,
I can't agree with you anymore because we got the same score prediction.
Same score. So we'll see if we're right against you guys on that.
Yes. We will. That's enough of NFL.
Yeah. We had some college football.
We had some good matchups. This week,
there were some games.
There's still college football to be played.
Yeah, there is.
There was one last night, or two last night, with Oklahoma. They took care of Iowa State. Iowa State, before last night, was 2-14 in the last 3 years against the Big 12.
That's crazy.
I mean, not a good record, but it was in Ames, Iowa. As a KU fan, that gives me troubles, especially during basketball season. We'll talk later on that.
The big one last night was number 15 Colorado, the Buffaloes, who we've talked about a little on the debut of the show. Buffaloes get a big win and control their own destiny in the Pac-12 South last night, picking up a win against UCLA. UCLA, though, kind of gave them the game. Their special teams was pretty bad. They went 1 of 4 on field goals. Yes, that's only 9.
Rough.
Yeah, that's only 9 points. They missed 3, Still, they'd be down 1. That can change the game, though, because the Bucs, take over on downs, went down and scored late in the game to make it a 10-point. Bucs, though, the biggest key factor is the Buffaloes clinched their first winning season in a decade. So congratulations to the Buffaloes last night.
Since they were in the Big
12. Yeah.
Wow. That's fascinating.
Yeah. The Bucs next 3 games, though, we'll find out if they are the real deal and if they can win the Pac-12 South. because they've got at Arizona next week, then against number 25 Washington State, and then against Utah, the number 16 team in the land. However, both the ranked teams, Washington State and Utah, are at home, so we'll see how they play out. If they get into the Pac-12 championship game, it's going to be Washington who they play, almost certain.
Yes.
So
Stanford's down this year.
that'll be a good game. I really think that could be a good game if it is those two teams.
Yes.
Let's move on to the picks, Matt.
We have number 4 Texas A&M again at Mississippi State. In A&M, yes, they are a 13.5-point favorite, almost two scores or 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But I don't think they'll cover that. I honestly want to say Mississippi State could upset A&M this week.
I've got it. I've got Mississippi State upset.
Good. That's a good, bold pick. Very bold prediction. A&M, they lost Alabama. They didn't look that good against Alabama. Yes, Alabama's number 1, but I kind of want to see A&M lose because that moves the other teams in that college football playoff top 4.
And it just causes more chaos.
A lot more chaos, a lot more frustration for fans. But
Who do you got then?
I'll go Mississippi State 35-27. It'll be a nail biter. Mississippi State will win it in the fourth quarter.
I've got Mississippi State. I think it's at Mississippi State. You know, A&M's pretty excited. Hey, we're number 4 right now. You know, hey, we're going to get in this college football playoff. I think Mississippi State upsets them. I think the fans storm the field. Hey, we just beat them. You know, I've got Mississippi State. I got 35, but I got it closer, 31. 35-31. We'll move on to the next one. This one is in Manhattan, Kansas. Number 18, Oklahoma State travels to K-State. K-State, 2.5-point favorites.
Even though they're unranked.
Even though they are unranked.
And I'm coming from a non-K-State perspective, but Big 12 perspective. I would love to see, I would like to see, K-State defeat Oklahoma State because Oklahoma State's 18 in the country right now. And the competition in the Big 12 is pretty tough. I want to see more than one team outright in the Big 12 that could be contender for anything or get any notable wins or anything. That would be a very good win for K-State. Very good win for one of the best coaches.
Bowl eligible if they win.
One of the best coaches in college football. Bill Snyder. That'd be a quality win there.
And they're tough to beat in Bill. I mean, in Manhattan. You know, I've got K-State winning 28-24. What do you have, Matt?
I can't say much different. I would say 28-21.
Okay.
They've got a good defense.
They do.
Very good defense. I've seen them play a few games this year.
Yeah.
I think they get the win at home.
I like them too. I mean, it's a tough place to play. Manhattan, obviously.
Yes.
And Oklahoma State's, you know, there's a lot of talk about Gundy. Is he going to be let go?
They lost to Central Michigan.
I know, but
Fire up chips, baby. Eric Harrington. That's a shout out
Fire
to
up
you.
chips.
They lost. Chips. Fire up chips. Central Michigan. They beat Oklahoma State. That's why they're going to lose this week. That you just can't. You can't lose to a non-Power 5 conference team and try to come back from that. You're already down in the dumps.
I will say that they did, though. It was controversial.
Yes.
So, yes. But, yeah, I agree. Okay, here's the big one. Number 20, West Virginia, coming off of a loss. Travels to Lawrence. KU has been better this year, Matt. And they have been in games.
They've improved.
They have improved dramatically. I think they are going to, when they play Iowa State, or later this year, I think they will go and beat Iowa State.
I believe that's correct. But this game, West Virginia's good. I'll give that to them. They're number 20 in the country.
Yeah.
But watching KU over and over, I still don't think they'll get the win, but I say West Virginia does not cover the spread. They will probably win 28-10.
I will take West Virginia too.
Yeah.
You got 28-10. I'm gonna go. Kansas will. This is tough because West Virginia did come off of a loss last week. I'm gonna take it 42-17.
Okay.
So
that's a good pick.
So we'll go with that. Why don't we look into the top 25 matchups?
We got Alabama, LSU. That's a quick. I'm still going to take Alabama.
Yeah.
They're number one in the country.
Yep.
They're playing well. 7.5-point favorite.
What did you say the
Enough
score?
said. I would say Alabama wins probably 35 to 21.
21. Yeah.
They'll cover this.
I'm gonna take Bama too. These are always close games, though. I will go ahead and say that right now. These are close games when they play each other, and in Louisiana, I think it's gonna be a 13-6 kind of game.
Ooh. Like it was a few years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our next one, number 10 ranked Nebraska at number 6 Ohio State. Ohio State 17-point favorite.
I don't see that happening. I say Nebraska comes in and defeats Ohio State. It is a very good matchup, a 6-10 matchup. I got the Huskers. I got them winning. It'll be a low-scoring game. Probably 14-7.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take Ohio State. I think they're too much for Nebraska. 35-17.
Well, we'll move on to our some more college football matchups.
You come in. Good. Sorry, we didn't hear you. Weird. Picks on this. So we just got And so we'll finish our college football show topic with the number one team in D2 coming to Hayes tomorrow afternoon.
Northwest Missouri State
at
Bearcats.
2 p.m. It's going to be a game.
It'll be a good game. We can definitely expect some high scoring from the Bearcats. Fort Hayes with their offense this year. We got some good players, good
defense. Defense is
very, very
good.
good. That's the matchup to look at is their offense versus our Fort Hayes State's defense. Hopefully we can
score an upset.
Yes.
I think key is going to be scoring first. If we
Yes.
can get after them first or get a turnover quick,
Yes.
then yes,
Definitely.
I think we'll go to last night's. We'll wrap up with last night's Warriors Thunder matchup. Matt, it wasn't even a game. It was for the first quarter.
I called it. I said Warriors
You did.
would win in the good.
I
Very good upset.
I was expecting the
Upset.
Thunder
Very good
to
win.
be a lot more hungry, and they were not.
Yes.
Westbrook, they started out really hot. They went 7-9 in the first half shooting to start, but they finished 9-40 shooting to end the half. That's ridiculous.
That does not help their cause whatsoever.
Durant had a huge night, 15 of 24 from the field, 7 of 11 from three-point lines, matching a career high in three-pointers made in the game, 39.7 rebounds.
That's
That is-
spectacular.
yeah.
You can't say
You
anything
can't,
else.
and it's against your former
Yes.
team. A lot of hype. Westbrook had a poor night, 4 of 15 shooting, 2 of 4 from three-point line. He almost got that trip dub though, 20 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds. Still Westbrook's. I think he's the favorite to win the MVP. We will discuss MVP more and more. LeBron's up there too. And yes, I think Durant needs to be talked, even though he is on such a star team. How about the thoughts of the pregame outfit from Westbrook? Dressed up like a photographer, which is one of Kevin Durant's hobbies. Was he trying to send a message here?
I do believe so. I'm sure you're correct with that. It's just subtle. It's a subtle way of getting back at him. Just trying not to.
I
be
agree.
all
I liked it. I
confident.
loved it.
It's pretty funny.
I thought it was cool.
I'll agree with that. Yes.
And it had like professional photographer on it, like his little, bib thing.
Yes.
Here's the key question from last night, after watching, I only watched, I don't remember. I tweeted out and I said, wow, this is ridiculous. I shouldn't even have called the Thunder winning, all of this stuff. But what I took from it, after last night's just game, do the Thunder even steal one from Golden State this year? I don't think they do.
I can't agree with you more. The
I
Warriors
don't
are
think
the team to beat in the West.
They're starting to look like
They are gelling, and it's only the second week of the NBA season.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. The Thunder just don't have the matchups. But they do have Victor Oladipo, who they got in that trade with Ibaka.
which I took away last night watching the game and going through today's setting up today's segment. I got to thinking, just think if Russell Westbrook would have had Oladipo this year alongside Durant. Let's say Durant comes back. You know how filthy that team could be? They could be right up there with Golden State, I think.
Yes, I agree with that thought.
That would have been so fun to
He
see.
was such a good player in college at Indiana.
And he's starting to come alive as a pro.
He's developing into a good NBA player.
What stinks is this matchup last night. After last year's Western Conference Finals, everyone thought these are going to be the two best teams for the next however many years. 10 years. This is going to be a great matchup. Durant ruined that. He ruined it. He has ruined this good matchup. It's not even close anymore.
They are a super team.
And
now.
it's sad. I mean, it really
But
is.
if they can't win a championship, then
It's bust. Championship or bust for them.
it's kind of a pathetic move. I will agree. Yes, you want to get championships nowadays. I understand where he's coming from with if you can't beat them, join them, but you have to win.
Yeah.
If you don't win, then just because you win the
And
Western
Draymond
Conference,
Green had some comments the other night, and I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but Draymond Green said, I want to thrash the Cavs when we get a plan. Pretty much that's what he said, if we get there. You got to realize, you got to go through the Clippers, the Spurs. Those are two teams. If the Thunder get rolling, which I think they still can, you got to go through them. I mean, those are three top teams in the West.
Trailblazers.
Yes, who I will get to
Lillard.
see later this year against my Spurs. That is going to be fun. Trailblazers too, yes. Those four teams, those are not easy matchups. And especially with Golden State not being so deep on the bench and not being that tall, if they have a poor shooting night and you can get after them like a good San Antonio defensive team is, it's going to be a good series. Yes, Spurs are old. Everyone says that. I understand. I'm a Spurs fan. But yes, we will discuss more NBA as we continue.
In the coming weeks when games get played.
Yeah. And talk more on the Durant, Westbrook, breakup, whatever you want to call it, fiasco. We'll talk more on that. I think this is a great way to end our show, though.
Yes.
Was debating NBA a little
yes.
bit. I know a lot of fans that follow are huge NBA fans. And we're going to go ahead and kind of pregame Monday for Monday's show. Monday, you're going to have, obviously, NFL recap.
Yes.
Talk maybe a little more on Monday Night Football. I mean, we made our picks today, but, we'll go back through.
If there's any more storylines.
Any more storylines.
We'll also talk about college basketball
It's
coming
coming
up.
up.
It starts next Friday.
Yes.
Very good matchups. We'll predict who we think will be in the Final Four, who we think will be in the championship, who we think will be the winner. In the beginning of the season, before the teams gel and they get better and more experience. Be sure and don't forget to follow us on Twitter at MHSM Sports Show. And look up our Facebook page at Matty Highland Smitty McQueen Sports Show to follow us for more updates, for live stuff.
Yes. We just got that account rolling last night, and so far, it's been a success. And we're excited to have you guys along with us. This has been awesome.
Very appreciative.
We kind of set it out like, oh, should we do this? And you know, we feel like it's been a success so far, and hope you guys like it. We're so excited. I mean, every night, you know, we come home from stuff and we're like, man, let's dig down. Let's get our topics for tomorrow. Let's pregame it, you know, and it's been fun. I'm excited to come back after this week of football. Hopefully the Cowboys take care of the Browns. I'm really nervous about that.
Same with the Chiefs against the Jets.
Yeah.
The two
And
bottom feed teams.
If both our teams lose, oh boy,
Man.
you know what we're gonna hear from the fans.
Rough weekend from the
But
fans,
anyway, yeah, make sure we are trying to get like a logo. If you guys have any like cool ideas, shoot us up on Twitter,
Yes.
Facebook, all that good stuff. We are gonna try to get a YouTube page going to where all these videos will be uploaded. And yeah, sorry we were not live today. You know, we're gonna kind of see what you guys like. If you guys like us going live, or if you guys like, you know, pre-recording sessions. We just couldn't fit it in. I've got to bounce to go cover some more JUCO basketball down in Great Bend. So, and Matt's got busy plans today too. So, we're still trying to work on our like set times. Hopefully we can get a schedule, you know, going. But hey, we thank you guys for tuning in, and you guys have a great weekend and enjoy your football.
We'll see you Monday.
Yep.
Thank you.
See ya.